Flabby Bat-Wing Arms. That's what we're fixing today. I'm Joey Atlas, master's degree exercise physiology, private health and fitness coach to people around the world. And by popular demand, today's power tip, we're covering the flabby arms. Ladies call this the bat wings. Guys who are out of shape and kind of soft, some of them call this marshmallow arms. But here's what we're doing. I'm going to be showing you a short, easy, gentle, and safe routine that you'll be able to do at home, at the gym, or when you're traveling to start tightening up the triceps area. All right, that's mainly the back of the arms, but we're not going to be neglecting the biceps. That's part of the way we're going to improve the triceps. All right, so real quick, before we get into the specific exercises, I'm going to walk you through triceps. Okay, this is the lateral head of the tricep. This is the long head of the tricep. And then underneath this white fascia, connective tissue, is the medial head. You can see that right here. It's uncovered, opened up, and the medial head is inside there. All right, so that's why they're called the triceps, 3 heads of the muscle. All right, so we're going to walk you back to give you a good angle so I can get into the exercises. Now, here's the thing. The reason my materials are taking off are because I'm showing you the gentle ways to do all this stuff, all right? You should not be going beast mode. You shouldn't be jumping around like crazy. You should not be lifting heavy despite what these crazy biohacker media guru doctors are talking about. I don't go heavy. I don't do wild progressive overloads. I don't teach any of my clients any of that stuff because once you're approaching your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, lifting heavy, despite it sounding good and promising, number one, it's not good for you. Number two, it's not necessary to get the muscle building, to get the bone density building, to get all the benefits internally and showing aesthetically on the outside without having to go heavy, break your joints, make your shoulders, knees, and back hurt and ache so much. That's not productive for us. Okay, so the key is to focus on gentle, joint-safe exercises done in a way which you're going to see they're done uniquely here by design, intentionally, so that we're getting maximum stimulation, activation, and the response from the musculoskeletal system without the damage and self-destruction, so that you can continue to be consistent and get more and more progress with your entire body, not just with specific problem areas. All right, speaking of problem areas, toward the end of this training session, there's going to be a link for another tricep bat-wing marshmallow arm specific area up here or over here. And I'm also going to either put one for the midsection or maybe for lower body. And if not up here, you're going to see those down in the description, the pinned comments. And then I want you, while I'm going through this, to let me know in the comments what other challenges, problem areas, things that you want to improve. It could be your health vitals, internal diagnostics. It could be external aesthetic. It could be your belly. It could be the nasty, mushy cellulite stuff that the ladies deal with. Guys, it could be man boobs maybe. Whatever it is, let me know in the comments and I'll either share a video that already exists or I will add it to the list to do just like this tip I'm showing you today. All right, here's what you need for toning these babies up. All right, I'm showing you because you're going to see, well, this guy, if that's what he does, it obviously works for him. You're also going to be able to see a bunch of success story videos on this channel. They're there right now with all kinds of people. You could just scroll back and listen to their stories, listen to how they changed what they were doing so that they can get better results without the aches, pains, and injuries and sustain the better results into their 50s, 60s, and beyond. All right, here we go. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use this chair for the first exercise. You're going to want to find a stable top or like a countertop, kitchen countertop, bathroom, workshop, something along those lines. But picture this as a countertop. As you get better at this, you'll be able to actually use a sturdy chair back that's lower than a countertop, because a countertop would be somewhere around here. But you're going to want to make sure it's against the wall, just like I have this. I would actually have this turned in a bit more, but for demonstration purposes and the proper camera angle, this is where I'm going to keep it. All right, you're also going to need either a bungee cord, and I'll put links to bungee cords below in the description, or some of you already have the band kits, the resistance band kits with the proper handles and the hooks. So either those or some bungee cords that you can get on Amazon or at your local dollar store. These come in very handy when you know how to use them. And you're also going to need a set of light dumbbells, 5s, 8s, 10s, maybe 12. Guys, maybe 15 or 17 or 20. But start light, we can always go up. Now, as we're getting into this, make sure you save this, because maybe you're not going to do this right now. Maybe you're going to do it tonight or tomorrow morning or tomorrow at lunch. Save it so you don't lose it, all right? Okay, first exercise. We're getting up. We're going to put our palms on that countertop, or if you're using something lower than whatever it is you're using, like I'm using the back of this chair. Now, listen, if you're a beginner, take your time. If I'm doing 8 reps and you can only do 3 or 4, that's totally okay. If you're intermediate or advanced, trust the process. Don't judge these until you try them. Please trust me on that. And I'm going to show you some adjustments you could make to make this even more advanced for you advanced people. All right? So you might be a couch potato just looking to get started because you're concerned for your health. You know your age is getting up there. Your family's concerned about your health. You want to be around for your grandkids. This is how we do it. This is the perfect start for you, okay? You're finding the perfect video to get the perfect start. When you combine this with the other videos on this channel, you're going to have a complete program. Sure, if you want to come get the full programs, you can always do that. Those are in total access and everything is mapped out for you completely. All right, so you're going to set up against your countertop. Elbows are close to the body, not out wide. My hands are directly underneath my shoulders. When I come down, my hands are under my shoulders, my elbows against my body, and slowly push away. You can see the triceps flexing. You see that? Down slowly, elbows close to the body, slow push away. All right, you see a lot of people doing crazy exercises in the gym. They're doing these outdated dinosaur machines. They're doing skull crushers, and they're doing all these fast dip movements off the side of a bench, and they're wrecking their shoulder joints, hurting themselves. You're not supposed to do that. Woo, this is already burning. We're going to do 4 more because I want to make sure you get 8, at least 8. If you need a rest before we get to 8, go ahead and take a rest. Even if you do 2 or 3, that's your starting point. You're only going to get stronger. You're only going to get better. Your arms are going to get more sculpted, toned, and defined. And it doesn't matter, even if you're in your 60s or 70s. I've had clients in their 80s and 90s over the years. They still make progress. It's a matter of knowing what to do and continuing to do it. Woo! All right. Wow. Already starting to feel that in here. You can see the triceps here looks kind of like the diagram does, and you can do this too. Remember, all natural, no steroids, no TRT, no pharmaceutical fat burners, no BS like that. You get the real deal here. And those of you who've been with me since 2006, since I came online, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. You have to balance your triceps by training the biceps. So for every 2 sets of triceps, we're doing 1 set of biceps. That's just an easy rule to go by now. You can always change that in the progressions. But this is what you're going to do. You're going to get a set of light dumbbells. I'm using just a very simple 12.5 pounds right here. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, knees slightly bent, palms turned up. You're going to come up very slowly. You're going to stop in front of the shoulders. You see that? Stop in front of the shoulders. And then down slowly without relaxing them. Do not relax these like this at the bottom. Keep slight tension at the bottom. Come right back up slowly. stopping in front of the shoulders. Don't come all the way back like this, and then come down slowly. All right, we're going to go, we'll get 5 more. That should be 8. Control both ways, on the way up, on the way down. So you're controlling on the eccentric, pausing slightly on the isometric, and controlling on the eccentric on the way down. Did I say eccentric first? This is concentric. Pause on the isometric, slow on the eccentric on the way down. All right, that should be 8. We're going to set these aside. And now the second exercise for the triceps is the tricep extension. So I'm going to use literally something I got from the dollar store, I think, a bungee cord. But you can use a dumbbell. I'll show you what that looks like after this. Or you could use the heavy-duty resistance band kit that a lot of you already have. Mine is packed up back there in the travel bag because I might be going on the road soon. Again, all right, so you're going to set up just like this. Anchor this here in front of you. Lean over, elbow back here like this. Will give you a better angle. You're going to flex as you extend. See that the triceps flexing back there? Woo! Slow push. This is all triceps. We're going to do 8 this way, and then we'll switch for 8. Make sure you pause on that push, and you're moving slowly. I'm going to tighten this up a little bit to make it more challenging. Woo! Trust me. This works like crazy. Ladies, gentlemen, if you do this, you're going to see what I'm talking about. And you're going to understand what all of my other clients and posters here on in the comments on this channel, you're going to see what they mean when they say, oh my Lord, that I feel the burn more than anything else I've ever felt before. And I've tried all kinds of exercises, all kinds of workout styles and HIIT programs and progressive overload and crazy beast mode trainers pushing me to whatever, because they're crazy. They do wild stuff, these trainers these days. Woo! All right, the burn is real. So check this out. Going to turn it this way. We're going to do this freestyle. I'm going to lean on my own thigh like this, which you can do as well. Wow, what a burn. Whoa. These are working big time. Those of you who are doing it, following along with me, post in the comments if you're feeling the burn right now. Let me know. Pause it. Let me know in the comments. Or when you finish, let me know. I'm going to do 3 more. I lost count, but for good measure. Whew. All right, so I'm going to show you something real quick. And then you're going to see the other 2 videos appear either up here or over here. And ultimately, they'll be in the description. Check this out. If your countertop or back of the chair is too high and that was too easy for you, you got 2 options. You could find something lower, like this ottoman, and you could do the same thing on the ottoman. Check this out. Now remember, I'm advanced. I'm pretty super advanced. But even these beginner and intermediate variations of these exercises, I am feeling them because they work no matter what level you're at, and they're fully adjustable to accommodate your current fitness training status. This is slightly intermediate, maybe slightly advanced, but you could see triceps working like crazy, and the burn is for real. Wow. All right, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to do the first exercise, like I just showed you. You're going to do your slow bicep curl set, and then you're going to do your slow tricep kickback. Now, I showed you with the bungee cord. Here's what it looks like with a dumbbell, right? Listen to me. A lot of people do this exercise, but they do it improperly. You see people all the time in the gyms going like this, like literally this fast. They're flopping the weight. They're pointing it back. They're just going like this. Some people are like, they're even standing up going like this. Don't waste your time and don't increase your risk of injury to the joints and the other soft tissue. Here's how you do the proper kickback. You saw me do it with the bungee cord, which you could do with a resistance band. With a dumbbell, here's what you do. You set up. Here's your starting point. You slowly push it to extension without flexing the wrist like that. Keep your wrist neutral, locked neutral. This is very important for you to get the most activation stimulation where you're trying to get it, okay? You can see that. And then down slowly. Control both ways. Control slowly, pause on the isometric, control on the eccentric. Right there. Don't be swinging it. Don't do this stuff. I see people every week on the days that I do go to the gym and I don't train here. They're doing all kinds of outdated, sloppy, copycat, dangerous, risky, ineffective variations of these exercises. That's the difference between getting results and not getting results and getting hurt, frustrated, confused, and set back. You don't need that with your fitness training. You need results and progress, period. You got lots of other things to tend to and worry about in life. Continuing to bang your head against the wall with your fitness training is not one of them. All right, let me know what you think in the comments. Save this so you can repeat it. Now, the other exercise, you might see it here now or over here. It's, I think I called it Bye-Bye Bat-Wings, sleeveless in Seattle. You can add that to this routine to give yourself a little progression on the tricep and a little bit of bicep training. But this is how we get rid of the flab. We tone, sculpt, and strengthen the muscles while slowly decreasing the fat layer on the top. And that just comes as a natural byproduct of you being consistent with physical training the right way and eating fitness gourmet style. Good foods, good food-based supplements. If you need the links for those for the food guides, which are free, and the supplement recommendations, the food-based supplement recommendations, the ones we take and talk about all the time, go ahead and post in the comments. Nutrition, please. Supplements, please. And I'll give you all the links. You'll be glad you got them. And that's it. Until next time, peace and much love to you.